Hi everyone, in this short tutorial we'll learn how to use GNS3 to create virtual network labs. We'll cover three main things: importing of VMs, using QEMU VMs in a topology, and then scanning traffic with Wireshark. Let's begin. Okay, so one of the things we're going to do is importing a router as a test, and we will do this by going to let's just go back, click on new template, go install an appliance from GNS3 server, next, and then we'll select routers. In this case we already downloaded the image for a MikroTik router, so we will go MikroTik, there we go, and install. It will ask us install the appliance on your local computer. The answer is yes, everything else is grayed out. Continue with that. Next. So here we are going to create a new version. So we'll click on that one and then create a new version, and we're going to, I believe the version we have is 20. So let's just go there. I'll just confirm the image that I downloaded before is 7.5. Yeah, 7.5. Let's just take a look. 7.5. There we go. Yes, and that one will also be 7.5. Okay, we will import that, and we'll go, there we go. We have this image, a QCOW file. Open it. It will do the import, and now it is ready for use. So you'll see that when we click on next, once you've selected it, click on next, it will import it and make it a part of our available routers on the left over here. So you can now drag this onto the canvas. You can give it a name, and then we can start it up. So that will be the one image. We will select the Ethernet. We're supplied with 8 Ethernets, and we'll connect it to our switch. There we go. So if we right click on it and click on start, we can right click on it again and then click on console. This will give us a screen where it says that it is logged in. So the username, the default username is admin for this image, and the password is nothing as far as I recall. Let's see how that goes. Do you want to see the software license? In this case we are not going to bother with that. We'll just click on no. We can set a new password, or just make it password and password, and that is our first MikroTik is up and running. So here we can see a variety of things, interfaces, and we'll tab. It will tell us the various things that's available for interfaces. So you can enable or disable an interface. You can see what the IP address is. So maybe what we can do is type in IP / and I think yeah, that's address and all that. I think the print is the word we're looking for, and that is the IP address that was given to it from the NAT, as you can tell there. So because it's a NATed address, I can use that to ping out onto the internet. Sorry, I'll have to first go back and back again, and then ping 8.8.8.8. that should, yes, there we go. I'm making it out to the internet. One of the drawbacks of using this particular version of MikroTik is that they will throttle your network. Your interface is throttled to 10 megabits per second unless you supply a license key. So that we will discuss in a later video. For right now, that would be the one image, right? So we've imported a MikroTik firewall onto our network. Okay, let's close this. You can just exit here. Is it necessary? Was it quit? I can't remember. There we go. Okay, we'll leave that on for now. Next, we will import a QEMU appliance again. Let's see which one shall we do this time around. I do believe I have an OpenSense one. So the OpenSense one I think I may have imported before, which is another type of firewall, which is a upstream, or rather a fork of the pfSense. I find the OpenSense one to be easier. I've imported this one in the same way as I did the MikroTik one before. So if we click on that, we'll say yes and finish. So now we'll have a OpenSense firewall that's on our network as well. So this is just in our menu, available systems, and this now I can drag it onto my canvas as well. So I will connect one of my interfaces to my switch, and I will turn it on as well. So click on it to start it, and then we'll right click again and we'll say console, and then we can see it starting up. So it's most likely going to obtain an IP address from select import address, leave blank for exit. Yes, so this is just going through all the basics of a standard startup for one of these devices. Okay, so what we can't really see with this is what the web interface looks like. So I'm going to bring in a VM, another Q emulator. This is the blank one, an empty one. As you can see, I'll just rename it test, or rather desktop, because I would like to see what's going on this particular machine. I would like to use a browser. This isn't the lightweight one, unfortunately, so I'm going to just connect it into here. But I'm going to use a version of Ubuntu Desktop 2020, just for ease of use. The reason I'm using it is more lightweight than that Ubuntu 2404 desktop. Let's see. We're not going to copy it into the directory. Yes, let's. Do I want to create a new? Yes, sure. I can create a new hard drive for it. We'll go with that route. Yes, I'll make it 15 gigs. I think I may be running out of a bit of disk space, so let's continue on with that. Is there any other parameters I'd like to change? Not right now. Oh yes, I would like to use Spice instead of VNC. Okay, so now if I click on start and console, it will ask me, it will just boot into a desktop. I might be asked one or two questions, but nothing too serious. We can in the meantime get back to the OpenSense login screen. As you can tell here, it has given itself an IP address of this. It's not really what we want. The assumption is that the OpenSense is going to be the firewall. So one of the things I can do is disconnect my NAT from here. I'll delete that, and I'll connect the NAT from the OpenSense firewall to the NAT. So it will get it a IP address through DHCP, and this will then assign DHCP addresses to the internal network over here. Alright, so let's take another look at that. Let's see if it made any changes. Think I know what the password is. Admin and OpenSense, which is normally the password. Or was it admin? Let me just see what the default password for this is. Oh, the username is root. That's what's going on over there. Root, and it's obviously this is not what you want to leave it as. Let's just take a look and see. Now you can see that I have my WAN interface has got an IP address from the NAT, and my internal LAN interface has got its default IP address. So let me get back into my VM so that I can go and see what's going on over there. I'm going to Control-C out of this thing so that I can continue on with looking at booting into a standard Ubuntu desktop computer. Hopefully that won't take too long. Then we can take a look at the OpenSense web interface. Right. I may have to assign a static IP address in order for myself to be able to access that OpenSense network. We'll see in the next few seconds. Then, while we are here, there's activity on the networks happening at the moment. So we can right click on the link and start capturing packets. So start capture. That's Ethernet, yes. And with this, when I do that, Wireshark opens up. As you can see there, so there's traffic being recorded from the various or from that particular interface to all over the show, in fact. So if I click on one of them, so if I stop this, I can click on one of them and I will get all the details of that particular packet. Now, I don't know enough in order to give you details on all the specifics on the packets that get delivered, but I do know that clear text packets can be interrogated, and that passwords have been captured on something like this, on Wireshark, for example. Right. I'm just going to close that. That was just an example of what you can do, how you would interrogate a particular link. I can just stop capturing on that particular thing. Yes. Let's see how far we are with this one. Back to console. There we go. We just want to try it. We're not going to install it right now. And then I would like to see that OpenSense has assigned a IP address to my device. It looks like it did. I can see that I've got a connection here, so I'm going to just change my display settings again so that I can take full advantage of my screen size. It will be that one over there. Let's do that. Okay, keep settings. Perfect. I've also gotten to enjoy having smaller icons over on the left, so let's do that. Okay, so now it seems like we are okay. I'll close that over there. So to confirm that all things are operational, okay, suppose we can go into Google here, .com. Let's see if it reaches Google. I did not test this. There we go. So OpenSense has now provided me with an IP address in the same range as its own internal or its LAN IP address. And we can take a look at that by confirming by running the following command: IP. There we go. Remember, OpenSense had an IP address 192.168.1.1. So let's copy that, and we can see I believe it's that, yes. And now we can click on advanced and accept. So now the username, as we recall, is root, and the password is OPNSENSE, I believe. Yes, there we go. This is just a temporary thing. I don't really mind. I'll be destroying this machine soon. So this is one short tutorial on how to use GNS3 with a variety of, rather we're using a desktop computer, and we're using we've imported the OpenSense firewall, which we haven't really used, but what we saw is that OpenSense provided a DHCP on its LAN side of the network, but on the WAN side of the network it was receiving a DHCP assigned address through the NAT. So now this computer that we've got, that we deployed here, is able to see the internet. Let's just see. So we can see what we did here earlier. We can go to YouTube, for example, and it will work just fine. Yeah. So it does not have the same restrictions as the MikroTik will have, because it won't be restricted to a 10 meg link. Okay, let's just do that, and there you can see a little channel is slowly coming up. Okay, thank you very much. Please like and subscribe this if you found it useful. Yes, thank you very much.